here to get fines. Uh-huh. So the question is around when is the best time for an intervention if you want to keep your home. And what I would say is at every point. At every point. And even people who have moved, some of those folks are fighting to get back in or to be compensated for being improperly foreclosed on. So what I would say is that if wherever you are, it's a great time for an intervention. So in Boston, they've had their focus in Boston is on post trustee sale. So it's actually at the eviction point, at the point of eviction, that they're focusing their intervention efforts because they have a judiciary that's recognizing that an improper foreclosure is a housing issue if they're trying to evict you. So I would say at any point, again, even the people who have, moved out of their homes have been convinced that they had no alternative but to move, but they still have that question about, well, what really happened? That you come and that we have some of our legal resources helping us go to the county and do the research into the assignments, because part of the foreclosure crisis is that they bundled the loans. They sell me a loan and then they sell my loan to somebody else immediately, an investor, and a lot of times those loans that they sold were bundled and sold as a package of like 5,000. And so the idea that somebody has a deed to my house at Chase is probably not, they probably don't have it, right? And so where is it, and why do they feel like they have standing to foreclose when they can't even prove that I owe them anything? So we encourage people to question it at every point. It's that the whole thing of it's convoluted and complicated because they wanted it to be, the legal documents and all of that. But the main thing is that they designed a bunch of inferior mortgage products and targeted communities to sell those mortgage products. And then they bundled the loans and sold them to investors, but they were untruthful. They lied about what was in the bundle. And so, that was another kind of trap door in it, because some of the investors are like California Public Employees Retirement System. They bought a lot of Bank of America loans, a lot. California State Teachers Retirement System, right? They're investors caught up in the mortgage crisis. Certainly they're individual investors, but a lot of them are like, they're these huge institutions that have been undermined. And now state teachers are facing, the possibility that they don't have money for retirement. Public employees, same thing. And so we're all really impacted by the malfeasance of the banks and the finance industry. Whether or not we were personally targeted for a bad loan, a lot of us are impacted in ways that, it's kind of like a ricochet. It's like you don't see it coming, but here it is around the back of your head. There are a couple other questions up there.